Hey, I don't get to do these too often, and this is kind of a little abnormal for me. Uh, well, um, I'm just feeling more numb and ideation, passive aggressiveness, but it's all internal, and yeah, I'm being harassed a lot with so-called house and provider here, and never never left alone. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why there's so many living situations that haven't turned out right for me. And whenever I speak my mind, it's like there's a sensation and feeling saying that you're not allowed to feel that. Well, and that's not right, because I need to feel a certain way. I need to be okay where I live. I need I need to enjoy life. Um, like where I live, there's interference of trying to come up with a song. I've got 3 different songs actually that I'm trying to hope that they'll be something at some point. No, but every day is the same for me. I've asked how I am constantly, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know why everything has to feel so neutral. You dig damn deep. Yeah. I just don't understand why no one really wants anything anymore. As far as relationships go, and wanting to be there for someone who really needs engagement and the right kind of socialization, like not a so-called landlord, so-called house and provider who ends up being a slumlord and comes over once a month to try and intrude and harass and berate me, and because I didn't want to be alone, and adopt my cat, which I haven't had in getting close to 3 months, and they've just been negligent. Even given a letter from my nurse practitioner about me, and I will benefit from having an emotional support, an animal support, and it's like everyone's so hard done by. I mean, everyone else gets to have pets here, and this whole building should be torn down because it's not up to code, and that's how it is. And this probably the sickest part and the more delusional side of it is when I moved here, I never had a contract of the agreements of me being here. Um, so you get berated monthly or whatever, and all that. It's just not right. I know it's not right because I get a sixth sense. I'm a little bit psychic. And it's a safe zone, but it's also a prison. Sometimes it feels like that way in your own unit. No one really wants to do anything with me. And they set me up as this sort of anti-hero villain. I don't know. I'm just living like everyone else, trying to at least. What's there to do? I have my incense going. Just don't have my favorites right now. Don't have any money. That's usually how it goes. People should stop asking why I'm this or that, or I just am what I feel. I am who I am. I am me. And I don't need all these pointless same ass questions all the time. I am a main character. But everyone around me is a non-player character. They're just computerized stupid people through a checkpoint. No one likes the hard, honest truth, but there it is. I just don't understand why I've had to sit in a place for way too long. And now and know where I need to be. I've always wanted a rock band, heavy metal band ever since I was a teenager. Maybe just leading up to that. And no one still believes in what I can do, really. enough to be in a band with me. So yeah, I don't really understand it too much. But I would do so much better if I was in a band, because then I can complete things that are not yet completed yet. I remember hearing Given Up by Linkin Park for the first time. I still have that CD, that from that from that album. Um, there's been a lot of shame and unnecessary just pointing the fingers and stuff. I've just been feeling that through my whole life. Yeah, so-called house provider wants to have inspections monthly. They wanted it weekly. Now they just want to berate me, regardless if I have a cat or not, and they're not thinking with their head, not using common sense, and that's a big core part of what's frustrated me constantly. And I wish I could just bring something else up, and yeah, I'm not gonna be quiet about it, but it's been really hard for me. I don't even know if, no, I'm not gonna do anything with this video, probably not, but I've been worn down, a little more deteriorated in this with their own lack of care, lack of concern, lack of empathy. Right, so I'm in a danger zone. I'm in a more of a survivor mode. And I shouldn't have to be. I should be settled. I should be calm. I should be not provoked. And yeah, I know the intention. I know people want to see me go berserk and respond, but every emotion uh, that you feel some way can come out, maybe not. Um, there's definitely an autopilot kind of feeling there. Just doing things because you're doing things. And just going through the rabbit hole. Yeah. And trying to cancel out the noise of the people around you. I mean, who assume things about you as well, or who just won't shut up. And it's been really hard being mindful about it all. Really sweet guy that I knew for like, if he was still around 10 years now, still trying to write a song about him. And I say that, but I'm like slowly working on his song, 2 other songs. And yeah, I don't know how to take it really. And visited my mom a little bit after my birthday and hadn't seen her for like 2 years. But she's not like the mom you'd all know. She has her disabilities. She's quite on the spectrum, and she could be mean, pretty nasty, without really acknowledging it. And she really ends up picking some really loser, some biphobic, homophobic, conservative, redneck pieces of shits, and then goes back to them and says, "Oh no, that's okay. He wasn't having an affair with me. It was a rumor. I'll go back. I'll go back." Or, you stay with someone for 5 days and realize, 5 days later, you got to fix the headboard on your bed, and then find out that your so-called person you're dating is doing meth. So that was her, and that kind of thing. But she's given me stuff in my backpack to take back with me, whether it's instant coffee or some noodles, milk, or whatever, some little half of cheese, and just other things. This reminds me, I probably have 2 other things of vegetable noodles, but I think she's trying now. Both my father, I'm not really going to talk about that. That's a heavy one on its own. And like, I was just seeing my mom yesterday, and anything I select on the TV, her TV's not working right now because she's got paid cable and she wants to watch real TV, and she's like, well, because I don't have cable, I just use apps and stuff, CT, like just the apps or whatever. And it's like, she said if she would have known that, she wouldn't have had cable. And then I downloaded YouTube and like check news for her, see TV news or whatever for her. And then, I put subtitles on or whatever, and she says, "Don't fuck up my TV." Like, it's just like, ooh, it's just like boosh, like coldness, and just sort of like lack of. I've been listening to Mel's Robin podcast, and she's talked about like a parental mismatch of your parents, and feel like there's been a mismatch of the parents that you had, that you should have had, that were supposed to be there and abundantly taking care of you and above and beyond, and not making idle threats or not saying these little things to warp with you mentally, and can contort whatever it is you think or whatever, and expect you one day when they're not well to help them out. So yeah, I'm not sure. And she gets worked up about a lot of things, to a point where she's like, "Oh, what happened there? The whole lid just came off. What happened? You said you were gonna put that on for 24 hours or whatever." And just like, what are you getting so worked up for? What are you getting all worked up or whatever? But she did give me news, because I finally got to talk to her mom. My 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 grandmother, and yeah, just talked to her days ago because it's really hard to get a hold of her, whether it's her seasonal depression or what she'd call a chemical imbalance. Um, but yeah, uh, she said that some people were gonna come by. I think it was like some doctor, and there was or someone that was gonna not really do brain surgery, but pick at her brain and kind of, yeah. There was like it was crazy to hear that, but I guess she has been diagnosed. She gave the information to my mom, and my mom was, bawling out or whatever over the phone about it, even though that she's been quite angry with my grandma ever since she was like 15. But I don't know why. But under it, I think she just, my mom could be, yeah, pretty nasty when it comes to many things and not thinking right. Um, Even my grandma said that I think she had lack of air or she was premature, my mom, when she was born. So um, there's just always something not right with her, really. Um, and I feel the disconnect with my mom. Like, it's like, really, I don't know if the love is there, really. Um, but as it turns out, my grandma has dementia now. So yeah, it, it could be a slow process, or things could be happening very quick with it. So, and yeah, I was bringing up if she's heard anything from my niece or my nephews or whatever, and she's like, well, who are they? So yeah, she's starting to something starting. It's like, who are they? So that's, yeah, that's and I think I feel like she's my only grandma left. I feel that because my dad's mother, I have nothing really to say. Um, but my grandma, who's had the dementia diagnosis right now, um, she doesn't live that far from me. Um, but she doesn't always really want to see anyone, and yeah, I just hope that before anything else happens, like I don't know what's gonna happen, and I don't know how I've been taking it, really. Um, just a lot with my feelings have been sort of suppressed and numb, but I felt like, yeah, you know, I've known her for, yeah, 30. I've spent 30 years knowing of her. Um, she's 80. She's 80 now. Um, she'll be 81 if she makes it in January. But maybe I thought that she'd live a little. It's hard to say. It's hard to say, really. I mean, she's had skin cancer. She's had breast cancer, and now she's got the whole dementia things kind of happening now. And her husband, my papa, who's like 87 now, is gonna try and take care of her for as good as long as he can, or whatever. We're gonna see what it's all gonna how it's all going to come down, but it's just like, whoa. Um, yeah, just kind of out of the norm. I used to do these kind of vlogging, only open follow-up updates of my life videos, and now not much anymore. Now it just feels just sort of weird. I've been having a hard go for some time. Even longer than 3 months. I want a life that's not from crisis from the next. Like, I want to be satisfied where I'm living. I'm still grieving quite a bit. I really miss Tanner. He was going to be a potential boyfriend that never ended up being my boyfriend. But we knew each other quite well. We used to talk on Skype and do video chats and talk on the phone. And I'm not sure what got him to jump off that Saskatoon bridge over last August in 2024. I think because, like, some people, there's a trauma that triggers them, or maybe they're so unaware of them doing it. And maybe sometimes they're not thinking of the moment of how it'll impact other people. But at the same time, like, I always thought that I was more depressed than Tanner ever was, because I always thought that I would be long gone before him. But he never had left a note or anything, and he tried calling his mom an hour before or whatever, and didn't leave a voice message. And yeah, I mean, I featured in the whole Saskatoon, Saskatchewan stuff with that, and dedicated that to him when I covered Only Time. And then there he was at the end with the Snapchat filter. It's like, fuck. So if he was around this summer, he would have been 29, but he made it just a little bit after he turned 28, and then that was it. So I'm on a autopilot survivor mode at the heaviest, really, kind of, sorta, and it hasn't really left me. And I was doing the whole homeless thing for 2.5 years, feeling like I was Ellie in The Last of Us. That was a something that I hadn't had before happened to me, and then it went on for 2.5 years. I didn't ask for it. I didn't want that. Uh, and I was never home. I was never homeless due to the drugs. Just supportive house and just really screwed me over. And they don't care. And then you go into another place where they don't care. And how are you going to care for yourself when there's people who are being negligent? I mean, I can only physically do so much when there's no one really helping you. Get to where you need to go. They're trying to prevent you from being who you dreamt to be, who you wanted to be, and all that. Yeah, I'm just here. Like I'm too numb to really cry and have my body, what do you call that? Excel, not excel, but have your body yeah, excel, excel the I think excel. Is it excel? It's just really tough being alone all the time too. Like I literally have no one. And I don't understand that at 30. I think I kind of knew I was going to be single at 30, but not by choice. It's probably going to continue on for another 10 years, but it's not up to me. I'm more than ready to be with someone. I think the body, it's exhaling. Excel. Did I say excel? Oh, fuck, I can't remember. Exhaling. I think it's called exhaling. Not excel, but exhaling the all the stuff that you feel inside. So it's not a weakness or anything. If anyone cries or gets to you, I would cry all the time with so many different things, and now it's been really hard because I'm on the edge, and I'm trying to go against the grain even though I feel like shit and it's heavy. I'm trying to advocate for myself. I'm trying to stand up for myself, defend myself, and all these other things. And it comes to a point where you get burnt out. I've been burnt out completely for a while, and then they all want me to kind of be a puppet thing, or they want to try and get under my skin and do all these other things when they shouldn't be harassing and trying to make other things happen. So there definitely is a feeling of feeling burnt. I wish I could just be left alone in peace completely. I don't really react now too much when there's I don't know how to react. Especially when it's like someone who's passing away or passed away. Though there could be someone I never even met personally, like Ozzy Osbourne, and him having died on my birthday. Like, and then I did my acoustic cover of Dreamer the next day, and yeah, that was a time for me to cry, and I was like, it was a long time me not crying, so I'm like, what's wrong? Like, what's like happening to me? There's so much going on in my life and in my head and within my thoughts. And I'm always on the go, whether it's trying to go to the food bank myself, laundromat, yeah, and I have a desk and gaming chair now, so I'm kind of usually always playing video games now and whatever have you, trying to escape. Things just feel weird, and not only do they feel weird, it feels like they've always been what they are since I was really young. Like, part of me feels like I'm probably 8 or 16 still, maybe 18. Yeah, probably not 18, but probably like 16 or 15 or something, and still struggling with everything and not having the great kind of support that I've always should have had. And I'm still trying to ask for it, beg for it, be patient for it, and I'm I'm quite underweight. I'm 130 pounds. I used to be at 155 some time ago. I just can't really wrap my head around the whole negligence of the constant bestow me with all these things and invisible target this and whatever. But the energy, I have very little energy because I barely get to have dinners, and my appetite's kind of out the window. I don't really have the greatest ability to go and be like, oh yeah, I'm a foodie. Like I want to go and eat and all this other stuff. And then you get a photo sent from someone that, oh, I'm eating Chinese food, or I'm eating this big burger, and you're like, oh yeah, I wish I could eat that. When you've been conditioned so long and told that, oh, you don't admit to anything, your dreams are too big, you don't deserve this, then it tends to stick with you or whatever. And when you've been codependent with a codependent parent, whatever, you try to break off from, I know nothing feels right for me. And yeah, everyone's on their phones now. But I doubt anyone would actually hear me out this whole thing. I tend to question if life is real. I've been spaced out and lightheaded and almost translucent with the whole thing of life. Yeah, from one trauma to the next, and on to another traumatic living situation, or a thing that's just not healthy. And I need to be in a healthy atmosphere, healthy situation. And I'm trying to do what I can. I can look and look and look only so long for a place, and when there's no vacancy, there's no fucks to give, anything like that. I think I'm slowly, like I'm receiving a lot of things in sometimes. The thing with my grandma, knowing that she has maybe yeah, definitely a start of her dementia now, but it's hard to say where it's gonna go. It's gonna take a very slow thing, or it's gonna be very quick. Kind of thing that you can't come back from. I don't know. I mean, I haven't cried myself yet with the information about no one with my grandma quite yet, because I haven't been responding the way that I would before. I'm just everything else going that's so heavy, a lot that's been asked of me, and just the ongoing stress, and it can't relate to any of this stuff that's going on right now. So maybe in time, when I'm listening to a song or trying to sleep or something, it'll come to me, and then I'll reflect on it and I'll sob. But my body, just things are happening like that. I'm just like, oh, okay, this is happening. Yeah, I'm not really sure what comes after this life. Maybe there's some part of me that thinks, oh, yeah, there is something, because this is a disaster and hell and a not right sort of circumstance in all our lives. Uh, then again, maybe we'll be asleep until we're woken up or whatever. But I remember even squirming so much on my bed, worrying. I'm like, am I gonna die? Am I gonna die? Am I gonna die? And I do get really existential. In certain times, I had like when I was 4 months late, knowing that Tanner, died and killed himself. I just went through a bit of a existential, probably the heaviest existential crisis I've been. One of it. The other one was about, I think, in 2019 or something. At the same time, I don't know. I don't know what to think or feel. Um, my life is just going through something right now. Well, I'm a little bit more stoic in how I've been feeling and how I've been, just kind of shrugging, not really shrugging things off, but oh, my AdSense is dying out. Good timing, because I only got 51 minutes to say what I need to say. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, my grandma's had a. I've had a hard go. It feels like the so-called family has made it so everyone has a hard go. Yeah. Mm, yeah. I guess she's. I don't know. Bipolar, chemical imbalance, or whatever, and yeah, no. Yeah, but I remember there's I just hope that I get to see her again, or we all get to take a picture or whatever. And um, she's not really up for visitors really much in it right now, and she's taking the time to, it's probably pretty overwhelming, the whole diagnosis and whatever this is. So um, yeah, I have another grandma left, but I just feel like she's my last one, and I've told her that before. I feel like, because my dad's mom, there ain't nothing to say, really, who lives in California. Um, um, yeah, it's kind of a heaviness that you didn't ask for, whatever, and just keeps piling on. I mean, I could tell you I'm pretty damn numb. I'm tired of having so many different situations, and I'm trying to get my life to where I need to be and where I can be happy. And it's hard when you're not included, and it's hard to think positive as well. But that's all I have to say right now. And thanks for listening or watching. And that's pretty much all what's going on with me. Okay, well, if I find storage and time to do another one, I will. I just hate being paranoid. And trying to find that inspiration. I'm just feeling ultra numb and weird. Just things don't make sense. But anyway, hopefully maybe I'll make another one at some point. Thanks for watching.